Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we're talking about Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Since then, there has been no sighting of Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Today, Jack would turn 5 years old. There was a little get together earlier. We're going to cover all of that and some new things that have came out that we're going to discuss. A lot to talk about on the other side of this. Well, how you doing, Miss Holly? Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you.
Coming in clutch. Better tighten them pearls, nothing cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
How you feeling? Let's go.
Coming in clutch. Better tighten them pearls, dropping cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
Ah.
Coming in clutch.
Thank you so much, Miss Panda. Appreciate you, my darling. Thank you, Panda. Let's
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
yes.
Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is October 29th, 2025. It is currently 8:12 p.m. on the east coast of the United States. Bonjour. Hello, my beautiful pearls. Thank you all so much for joining me. A lot to talk about in. Yes, it is, Sarah. Yes, it is. Your time is very valuable. It certainly is. Good to see you all. Today is Jack's birthday, and there was a vigil earlier. I put some of it on my YouTube shorts. If you want to check that out, we're going to play it here as well. Sad. It's sad to me. I was in Charmaine's room whenever she was playing the vigil today. And I said in the chat, Jack should be with a birthday cake with other kids around him, opening presents, squealing at the top of his lungs in excitement. But that's not what he gets. That's not what he gets. The RCMP was there today, and appreciate them for their community support. That's a great thing to do, and it's interesting. I know that they want them found, right? But they give the same BS, to be quite blunt with you. It's the same BS. We want them found. We're not going to stop until Jack and Lily are found. Great. Great. Poor Belinda broke my heart. It was very emotional, to say the least. A lot to talk about. Before we get started, my live chat and my replay crew, how are you? Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And share the live out for extra bonus points. Would really, really appreciate that. Daniel was there today. I'm going to show you some of that. Yes, he was. And, different community members and people that have, locals who have done a lot in this case, that everyone makes a difference. Everyone. Sharing a flyer, sharing a live, sharing something, contributing, talking about Jack and Lily's case helps, because the best thing you can do, especially when something hasn't been solved, we're almost at 6 months, is keep it going. Keep it going. And keep the pressure on those who know something, those who did something, and the RCMP. Panda, thank you so much, my love. Really, really love you, darling. And thank you for all you do, Miss Panda. Here in for Delvin's case. Appreciate you, my dear. Love you to pieces. Good to see you. And butterflies are free to fly. Love you, sweetheart. Appreciate you. I'm so thankful for you. Good evening. Happy birthday, Jack. Thank you so much, butterflies, for 8 months of continued support. Really, really do appreciate you, my love. Good to see you. Means so much, truly. Holly, how you doing, baby? Good to see you. Love you, Miss Holly. Need to talk to you. I haven't talked to you in a while. Hopefully you and Lloyd are doing good. Give him our thoughts, prayers, and love. Appreciate you. Those children didn't just disappear. No, they didn't. They didn't. I might be live later. There's some things going on in California with Melody's case as well. And there's some new things we've got to talk about with some new cases as well. Also, Charlie Kirk, the suspect. I don't want to mention his name because he's to me. But the suspect's lover, Lance Twiggs, is missing. Where is he? What happened? Something going on there? Looking into that as well. That's a little bit interesting. And what else? What else? All right. Let me show you. Yeah, very odd. Very odd. Is he doing this willingly, or did someone disappear him? I don't know. We've got Mr. Mathtel. From what I seen, he he didn't speak today. But one thing that I appreciate, I can't remember the gentleman's name. We'll play it here in a moment. He spoke on the news. He's retired RCMP. He made it clear in front of the cameras, in front of the RCMP that is active there, in front of community members and Daniel, that these children didn't just go missing. Thank you, Mini family. Good to see you. You're right. He was the mayor. Is he the mayor? Hold on. I get the mayor and the guy that. No. We'll check. We'll check in a second. I can't remember. So I don't know if he's the RCMP. But anyway, I don't want to give it all away. But he says 75% more people locally believe that Jack and Lily just didn't go missing, that they just didn't walk out the door. Right? I like that too, Kat. I did too. Hey, Jane. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. My Justin was in a video today. It's a Terrier reader, but just listen. You know how I am with. She always gets the beach, and it made me think about the picture of Malaya at the beach, dressed in red with friend Cheryl. Jane, anything is possible. Anything is possible. For sure. For sure. Maybe that's why she likes to go to the beach. Could be. You never know. I don't know. Here is Mr. Mattel. He looks pretty good for having 3 car accidents in 6 months. Doesn't he? He's got his foot to the side like he always has it. Red shoes. What shoe he has on today? Looks pretty skinny, doesn't he? So wasn't going to show up tonight. Who do you mean, JC? What do you mean? He showed up. He showed up. You know, he couldn't be missed, right? Thank you, Pink Warrior. You are an OG, baby. You know that? I love you, Pink. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. And thank you so very much. Trick or treat. Yes, Daphne and I are having a Halloween live stream. I think it's going to start about 8:30 or 9 o'clock Eastern time, Halloween night. We're having a dual stream. She's dressing up as someone. I'm dressing up as someone. And if there is another creator or sub who wants to dress up as someone, we still need someone to dress up as someone or 2 people if you want. Yeah, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. It is going to be fun. It's going to be fun because I get silly. I love to dress up and do parodies and stuff. So for those of you who don't know, I used to do a channel and I dressed up as, it was loosely off of another creator, but it was the character's name was Daisy Basham for a lot of you OGs. And she generally was she's kind of a farm girl, but she had a really big badonkadonk, and I would shake my badonkadonk like you have no idea. Thank you so much, Tabby. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. Hey, y'all. Good to see you. Cassie Cat, it's going to be 8:30, 9 o'clock. As soon as I'm done handing out candy, I'm going to pop right up here. Yeah. So right after that. Thank you so much, Tabby. Thank you so much. We'll have fun, Webs. We'll have fun. Thank you so much, Tabby. All right, so there was Daniel. Let me, before we get into, we got a good show tonight. Let me show you a little bit about the what happened today. We'll go over that. Bear with me as I find it. Oh, I'm going to go to my history, I think it is. Credit goes to my friend and yours, Miss Charmaine. True Crime Story Pod with Bree and Charmaine. Love those gals. Charmaine, and she's just done so much for this case. Truly just did the binge and all that. And Jane, I'm gonna be Janie, but I will say that you can be someone else if you want. We need another character or two. I'm just saying. Just saying. Ken has done a lot. Yes, Miss Basham is amazing. You remember that Lean on Me? Let me tell you something. Lean on Me can do some characters. I love watching Lean on Me's parodies. We got not take things so seriously about ourselves. I laugh at myself all the time. Yeah, you get to do some really good ones. Lean on Me. Good to see you, babe. Okay.
Amtech Limited in Alma has stepped up, and we'd like to thank them on behalf of the family and everybody that is fighting for answers for Jack and Lilly to come home. They will take and house the hardscape items as well as a dinosaur stuffed animal for Jack and a unicorn for Lily, and they'll put it in their display window and keep the light on, hopefully to shine the way home for Jack and Lilly to come back to Pictou County, Nova Scotia, and the world beyond.
Thank you so much, Darcy. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. How you doing, love? I'm going to put it on silent. Do not disturb. Well, no, I'm not going to put on do not disturb, but I'll just turn it down. Thank you so much, Darcy. Thank you, Justin. Love all my pearls. Keep me in your prayers. Surgery in 2 days. Besides 4 back ribs. Oh, God. And my back 2 spots. Meds are going to make me fall asleep. Sorry. Thank you so much, Darcy. We are, yes, absolutely going to keep you in our prayers. Please keep us posted, my dear y'all. Please keep beautiful Darcy in your prayers. I can imagine. I can imagine having. Like I said, I've never broken a bone, but I've been, I've had surgeries, and just breathing when you come out of surgery is hard because you're sore. So I can't imagine like that with broken ribs. Breathing. God bless you. Thank you so much, honey.
We have the county warden, Robert Parker, that will be coming up to speak. Then we will have half sister, I believe, is the correct terminology. Haley Fernand. Forgive me if I don't pronounce your last name correctly. She will read a prayer. The grandmother, Belinda Gray,
Yes, wait, what?
or she will read a poem. Belinda Gray will read a poem. Then the RCMP Staff Sergeant Mason will say a few words. And to wrap up this evening's event, we will play Russell McDonald's Where Are They song that was written for Jack and Lilly. So our first speaker for the evening will be County Warden Robert Parker. He has a few words to say, and then he'll read our prayer for this evening.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lori. Good to see you, love. You're in the picture. Thinking of Jack on a special day, his mom should have been there. Yep. And that's why I wrote failed. Failed. I believe, you can expect the way Daniel acts more than you can Malaya, right? Malaya's the mother. Like, she carried Jack and Lilly, carried them, gave birth to them, raised them for 4 and 6 years. Nobody would ever be rude to her or anything like that if she came. She would be supported. That is where you put your differences aside and you're there only for Jack and Lilly, not for the politics of it or anything like that. You're there for Jack and Lilly. And it amazes me how she's came to none of them, right? None of them. Thank you so much, Lori. Good to see you. And I agree. Is it Lakeside Lawyer's birthday? Lakeside. Happy birthday, Lakeside. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lakeside. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Lakeside. Love you, darling. Thank you so much. And many, many more. Love you, darling. It's my rendition of Marilyn Monroe. She's in the JFK. Jane, thank you so much for 4 months. Maybe appreciate you. I had to say, she has called. I had to say, she has called with the Bring Me Home. I had to say, she has called with the Bring Me Home, just Cindy. I mean, I don't know why Cindy and them aren't there either. You know what I mean? Thank you, Jane. Appreciate you, my dear. Why is Cindy not there? Why is there hardly any family? All right, listen to this.
Good evening, everybody.
Best speech of the evening.
I'm honored to be here, and not for the reason we're here, but to pay honor to our 2 little ones that hopefully will be back with us soon. I do want to thank Kent Corbett behind me for all the good work he's done to keep this going. It's not easy over 6 months Although in some ways, this isn't something any of us are going to forget for a long while, and we don't want to forget. We need to remember little Lily and little Jack and do all that we can to help in any way. And I did more interviews with media on this subject than I've ever done in my 9 years of work.
This is the mayor of, I don't know, it's a local mayor.
And it's not what you want to be doing interviews on, but people really people are really concerned
Yes, Cher.
about little Lily and little Jack right across this country. Not just here in Pictou County, not just here in Nova Scotia, but right across the country and even farther. There's nothing that hits the heart more than when our little ones go missing.
Warden.
And I've said many times to the media, it takes a village to raise a child. And it's our responsibility, everybody in Pictou County, it's our responsibility to look after all our children, including the little ones that are with us tonight. Our children are born in the families. They have parents and grandparents.
I don't think Janie was there, was she? Janie, Justin, and them wasn't there. I don't think. I think maybe Daniel's cousin. No, Malaya didn't show up. No.
Parents and cousins and everything, but we need the whole community to keep our children safe. And I think there's a feeling with all of us right now that we didn't do our job. Something went wrong, and we do not want that to happen. That's not what we want to happen in our community, but it did happen. And we need to know, people need to know what went wrong. What did we do wrong, or what did anybody do wrong that caused this to happen? Was it just lost in the woods, or was there something more? Now, the majority of people that I meet on the street or anywhere around do not believe those children are in the woods. I'm being honest tonight. That's what I hear from 75% of the people I talk to. So if there is something else that's happened, then we're relying on the RCMP, and Staff Sergeant McKinnon's going to comment tonight. People are concerned that they're not hearing anything.
I want to give this mayor a round of applause. Yes, sir. He said, I know you have to keep some things close to the vest, but hopefully you can tell us a little more this evening. And he's saying exactly what I've been saying, and a lot of others. They'll say, well, they're not in the woods there. Welp, nobody took them, stranger abduction. Welp, Daniel and Malaya passed the polygraph. So, welp, you don't know a damn thing, do you? This mayor is a good guy. Good guy.
There's only so much to hear after a while.
Good job,
If they
Kent.
haven't found anything new, there's nothing to hear. But there is some feeling that, well, maybe they're holding back. Well, if that's the case, I'll ask.
Hold on. Let's just listen to. I just want to play this.
More. Now, the majority
Listen to this.
went wrong, and
Something
we do not want that to happen. That's not what we want to happen in our community, but it did happen, and we need to know. People need to know what went wrong. What did we do wrong, or what did anybody do wrong that caused this to happen?
People need to know what went wrong, and people need to know what caused this to happen. No other kids have shown up missing. Very rarely in Nova Scotia.
Was it just lost in the woods, or was there something more?
Was it just lost in the wood or something
Now,
more?
the majority of people that I meet on the street or anywhere around do not believe those children are in the woods.
The majority of people I meet do not believe those kids are in the woods. I mean, I believe they're in the woods somewhere, but not where they were looking. Not because they did this on their own, but because they were placed somewhere nefariously. We call them mayors. I think you guys in Canada call them wardens. Warden here is like a police officer. So he talks to the locals. This is what he does. And the majority, hey, Canadian, says no bueno. Not in the woods there.
I'm being honest tonight. That's what I hear from 75% of the people I talk to. So if there is something else that's happened, then we're relying on the RCMP, and Staff Sergeant McKinnon's going to comment tonight. People are concerned that they're not hearing anything. Well, there's only so much to hear after a while. If they haven't found anything new.
He's right. He's right. They're not hearing anything. We're not hearing anything. And people are concerned. The problem, I guess, I have with the RCMP is all of these things that they are saying can't be true. You can't say they're not in the woods and then say, well, nobody took them. You can't say, well, they didn't walk away from their home. And then you can't say, well, they passed a polygraph. Something happened. Something happened. You are eliminating everything that could have happened. And that's the problem for me. Something happened. The kids didn't walk out on their own. And there is a hell of a time difference with these parents. And there's a lot of sus things that are around them and a lot of sus behaviors. How could a mother not show up for essentially her missing 5-year-old child's birthday party right here? How the hell could you not show up, Malaya? How could you not do that?
There's nothing to hear, but there is some feeling that, well, maybe they're holding back. Well, if that's the case, I'll ask Staff Sergeant McKinnon to address that tonight. I know.
1 second.
In any investigation, you can't let everything out and still expect to find out what went wrong. But I'm just speaking as clearly as I can tonight that that's the feeling the majority of people I talk to is that something else happened to Lily and Jack. And hopefully it's...
Okay. Listen to what he says here.
People are concerned that they're not hearing anything. Well, there's only so much to hear after a while. If they haven't found anything new, there's nothing to hear. But there is some feeling that, well, maybe they're holding back. Well, if that's the case, I'll ask Staff Sergeant McKinnon to address that tonight.
That maybe the RCMP are holding back, and I'll ask Sergeant McKinnon to address that tonight. Does he address it? Nope. Sure doesn't. Sure doesn't. He has a written speech. And again, I don't want to take away that I do believe the RCMP is working hard. I don't want to take away the fact that I do believe that they care. I don't want to take away the fact that they show up. But again, there is no sense of direction in where this case is headed. Everybody knows, but we just need to hear something about where you even potentially could be going with
I
this.
know in any investigation, you can't let everything out and still expect to find out what went wrong. But I'm just speaking as clearly as I can tonight that that's the feeling the majority of people I talk to is that something else happened.
He says, I know the RCMP can't, give away everything, but the majority of the people feel like something happened here. Then he asked the RCMP to, address it. They didn't.
To Lily and Jack. And hopefully I still believe in my heart that we're going to find them. That maybe somebody took them for whatever reason, and I doubt if that was a stranger, but, there's all kinds of things that could have happened, but unfortunately, because there's not enough news out there, or nothing new, people make up their own stories. You're forced to if you don't have any real facts to go by, and that hurts people. That hurts.
He's absolutely right. If the RCMP doesn't have a direction for the public and the family, then people are going to be searching every avenue. Things that could be legit and even wild theories like Dirtwood talks about and others. But this guy, he's a real, and I appreciate that. Right? It's really refreshing to hear someone just fucking honest about what the public feels. Right? Just plain spoken, no BS template of what authorities, figures, police, politicians normally talk like. Because again, he is a mayor, a warden, and he's representing his people. He's joyous. He's sharing. And it's frustrating. Yep, Jane. Thank you so much, honey. But I'll be honest with you, Jane. I'm going to talk about this a little bit, not tonight, probably, but later. This group, that was supposedly working with Malaya has pulled back on. I had to take my mother-in-law this morning to do her 6-month cancer checkup and all that. And I was listening to AB while I was driving. And he did a really good a video on this search group. Like, again, appreciate anybody trying to find answers. But it does seem a little weird. He was mad. And I don't know. I don't know. It seems a little weird. We're 6 months into this. We're half a year into this. Like, let's piss or get off the pot. That's what we say in Appalachia. Let's get on with it. We don't have time for this, beating around the bush. Beating around the bush. And this search group or whatever, I mean, are they legit even? So I want to do kind of my homework on it, and I'll speak more about it later. But I don't want to say too much without doing like my due diligence and homework. But AB did a great video, and I support it.
Family, it hurts all kinds of people that are related to Lil and Jack, because fingers start pointing at people, and perhaps wrongfully, most likely wrongfully, but unfortunately that people get hurt when, I'm not a social media person, but people let me know what's being said, and it's hurtful. So I ask everybody to be mindful of that and try to stick to the facts and not to the stories. I have a poem that I was asked to read, so I'm going to read that at this point, because God is the one that's going to help us out here eventually. I better find some glasses. Prayer for Lily and Jack.
What is that, Kent? What do you mean? It was me that suggested that he go visit them. Who's he and them? I guess. Cindy is still working with them. They are not good, but that's not like Cindy, Malaya's mother. But this is the thing. What can Cindy do? You know what I mean? Like, she wasn't there that day. This is up to Malaya. This is Malaya. How could you not work with anybody going out there to search for the kids?
Dear Lord, we ask of you to keep Lily and Jack safe and sound. Let no harm come before they're found. They're lost from their family for a reason. Return them home before the end of the season. Place your loving arms around Lily and Jack's shoulders to guide them back home, strong as soldiers. Amen.
Thank you, Robert. Next, I'd like to call upon the paternal grandmother, Belinda Gray, to come up and read a poem that she has written.
Cindy's refusing. We got Miss Belinda. I don't either, Pam.
I'd like to thank all of you guys.
I don't believe, this is my opinion, Pam, I don't believe Jack and Lily were alive after midnight.
Coming. I apologize now. I have a cold. This is
Belinda, bless her heart, she's ran herself ragged because of just all of this, and stress will do that. She's got, her voice is a little.
my birthday promise to Jack. Every step is a prayer whispered to the wind. A hope that a search may help our hearts to mend. We hold steadfast the pictures of Lily and Jack, seeking answers to bringing them back. Our loves like ribbons spread throughout the woods of Lansdowne with searchers about. With every sunrise I renew my vow to find their sweet faces, not knowing how. No distance or time can sever this hold. The story of our love has yet to unfold. Our spirits are a compass with the needle set true. It points to our grandchildren, and if I may, it points to you. We will walk every trail, every creek and river,
I hope you're right.
with this grandmother's love, and with all of you. Our search for Jack and Lily will always push through, for a grandparent's promise is etched in the soul. And I'll search for our grandchildren, no matter the toll. Thank you.
Okay.
No.
There's a little.
Together bound beyond the sky, two best friends lost and we don't know why. So we will walk and speak your names through joy and sorrow's tender flames, and every step and every tear will whisper softly, you are here.
Who is this? Do we know?
Thanks, Haley. At this time, I'd like to call upon Staff Sergeant Kinnan. I keep calling him Mason. He probably, when he gets my messages, he'd probably say, call me Mason again.
Is that Halen?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for being here. Our hearts continue to go out to Lily and Jack's family and their loved ones.
Okay, here's the RCMP. Oh, I'm gonna get mad. I feel it. Thank you, Princess Pillow. Good to see you. Love you. Thank you for your appreciate you so much for your support. Deep breath. Deep breath. Did you change your hair color?
As well to all the community. To the community members, including all of you, thank you for being here tonight. I know you care deeply about these children, and so do we. This case has truly affected many, as is demonstrated here this evening. I can assure you that we have not wavered in our commitment to determine what has happened to Lily and Jack. Our major crime investigators are working every day to determine the circumstances of their disappearance. The major crime team has engaged agencies and organizations from across all of Canada. We thank the public for all their tips and information that has been submitted, and encourage anyone with information to reach out to the RCMP. As a community member myself, thank you for all the love and support you've shown for Lily and Jack. To all of our officers that work to find the answers, and including myself and the Pictou County detachment members. As well, thanks to the ground search and rescue volunteers who are invaluable contributors to our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
At this time,
There we go. Ba-dun-da. That's it. That's it from the RCMP. We know you want answers. We want answers too. If you have any information, call it in. Kumbaya. Thank you. That's it. That's all. The mayor asked you to reply to something, and you didn't. They didn't. Just, like I said, a template. They print out a template of very as generic as it gets. Yep, nothing at all. You know, the community want answers. We want answers too. We know you're working hard. We're working hard too. If you have any information, please call in the tip. That's it. I don't think so, Joyous. Maybe. It's a good question. But I don't think so. Because that's more federal, I believe. Right? Yeah, no, Banana. I mean, listen. I agree. I bet you they're frustrated. I bet you they're frustrated. But I really believe the attention and the public wanting to help. I'm not saying, start, doing your own case or whatever, but the public will do anything to help find Jack and Lilly. And the public is the ones that normally solve it for the RCMP. They call the things in, they give their tips, and the RCMP pieces it together. But they're not giving anything, just a generic, if you see anything. Okay. Well, can you give us a timeline, a road, a car, something to work with? Just something. Or do you not have anything? And if you don't, you don't. But like I said, I just feel like I'm a broken record. Like they'll say, this didn't happen, that didn't happen, that didn't happen, that didn't happen. So you're saying that they disappeared in their beds at night? I mean, like, what the hell? It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Mama J, thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. Of Sophia Larson, a 5-year-old who died in 2019, I think similar happened to Jack and Lilly. That name sounds very familiar. Let's see here. Was she 5? 5-year-old, 2019. Okay, yeah, that was accidental math exposure. Yeah. I need to look at that. Thank you, Mama J. I need to look into that again. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for your support. You guys blessed. Welcome to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you, my dear. And welcome, Nova, to the Pearl family. Really, really do appreciate you, my
I
dear.
would like to say thank you for everybody who contributed.
The news was there. We're going to look at that in just a second.
Tonight.
A lot to talk about. Hey,
And
Charmaine.
I'd just like to say that we will all continue to work to find the answers as hard as we can until we bring Jack and Lilly home and find out what happened. At this time, to conclude the event, we're going to play the Where Are They song that was written by Russell McDonald. If you need a hug, turn to your neighbor, give them a hug, shake their hand, and let's all stay together until we find Jack and Lily and bring them back to Pictou County.
In the woods where shadows lay, Jack and Lily went to play. On a rainy May afternoon, now we whisper hope soft too. Echoes of laughter fill the air, but where are they? We stand in prayer. Oh, Jack and Lily, where have you gone? We'll hold on tight through this endless storm. In our hearts forever you'll stay. With every prayer we said you will. Hundreds gathered, hearts so strong, searching deep where they belong. The trees and storms they roar, wishing every child came home. The deep fears they won't give in. For every soul we search within. Oh, Jack and Lily, where have you gone? We'll hold on tight through this endless storm. In our hearts forever you'll stay. With every prayer we send away. We'll keep the hope alive today. In the silence, love will lead the
So, in conclusion, I'd like to say that we have awareness materials with us here tonight, bracelets, key fobs with the QR code on them. We have the new decals, if anybody's seen the decals that are on Facebook on my page and the groups. They have the QR code that will link you to the Crime Stoppers missing person information post. As well, if anybody would like to write a message on a card for family members, that's over here to the side too. We have plenty of coffee and hot chocolate.
Thank you, Charmaine, Kent, everyone there, the mayor, everyone. It doesn't go unnoticed. It really doesn't. And can't quit. Can't quit. Not until Jack and Lily are brought home. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Still a lot to talk about. We're going to go over what the media has said today. And we're going to dive deep as well. Thank you, Miss Joyous. You are incredibly, incredibly kind to me, my dear. I appreciate you so very much. Much love to Miss Joyous. Mrs. Joyous. You received one of those pearl necklaces. Make sure you thank our beautiful Joyous. Thank you so much, my friend. Love you to pieces. Truly. Thank you, love. And Leslie, thank you so much, my friend. Much love to you. And thank you so much for your support, Miss Leslie. Thank you for being a member as well, my dear. Good to see you. Hopefully you and yours are well. Truly mean it. Okay. So in just the last little bit, let me see if there is actually, if anything else has came out since, just to make sure, and just they've popped in. Oh, yep, 6 minutes ago. 6 minutes ago. I'm glad I looked. Look here, guys. Brand new. 6 minutes ago dropped.
Family, friends, and community members gathered this evening to hold this vigil. They wanted to mark Jack's 5th birthday. What was meant to be a night of joy and celebration was certainly quite the opposite. These two children were first reported missing from their home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, about 6 months ago, and still very little evidence, very few clues to suggest what might have happened to Jack and Lilly Sullivan and where they might be. But still, in speaking with people here tonight at the vigil, there is hope amongst the community that these two children are out there and that they will be brought home.
Well, they are going to be brought home, and justice is going to be served. You can, that just dropped 11 minutes ago, rather. Just that video. Let me see if there's anything else that. Okay, yep, here's another. 1 second. As I get that for you guys.
Evening, a candlelight vigil is being held tonight in Pictou County for Lilly and Jack Sullivan.
The two kids have been missing now for nearly 6 months.
The CBC's Allie Thompson is at the event in Stellarton and joins us now to tell us more. Allie.
Hi, yes, I'm outside the RCMP detachment here in Stellarton, where people have already started gathering for this candlelight vigil this evening. This is also the site of where a memorial was set up earlier this year for Jack and Lilly. You might be able to see a lighthouse, stuffed animals, flowers, and the community members have told me that the RCMP had requested the memorial be taken down for the winter, that it be dismantled and taken out of the elements. So that's part of the reason for this vigil this evening. It's also coming up to 6 months since Jack.
Happy birthday, Nova, as well. Happy birthday, love. Appreciate you. Make sure I sing to Nova in a little bit. So some of you guys share birthdays with
Lily
Jack.
went missing, and today is Jack's 5th birthday. People who are close to Jack tell us that he is a serious boy, that he loves to play with tractors, that he loves to play with dump trucks, and that this week has been really, really hard for them. So it is expected to be a somber event this evening. Lily, his sister, smiles all the time. She lives in her own little...
Why does he have, look at this, right there.
She lives...
And right there. Why does he have that?
In her own little play world and always takes her brother along with her. Their mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, released a statement a few weeks ago and said that there isn't a second that goes by that she doesn't...
You can tell that's Lily. You can tell that's her. These little babies. Malaya. You can tell Malaya loves her kids here. No, it's not a birthmark. You can tell that. You can see that. You can see joy in someone's face. This was before Daniel. Right? Before Daniel. Before it all went to hell. Pre-Daniel. Yes, Leslie. And I tell you, for those of you that, you know someone who's been in a relationship, got in a toxic relationship, and they change. you don't even know them anymore, right? You don't even know them anymore. And I believe that happened to Malaya. Now, Malaya is not in that relationship anymore. She's not in it anymore. She is capable of doing whatever she wants now. And the question is, why the fuck are you not doing it, Malaya? Look at these babies. Look at the joy that you have in your face here, Malaya. That is a mother's, a parent's joy that their child brings to them. There is no greater love than your kids. None. Not even close. The only reason, Malaya, you are not out there, in my opinion, is because you know more. A mother who knows something. Because if a mother didn't know the conclusion to where her kids were or are, she wouldn't be sitting on the damn sidelines. How do you do it, Malaya?
Think of her children, that she just wants them home. And she also thanked everyone who's been working on this investigation for the past 6 months.
Allie, what more might you be able to tell us about what will unfold at the vigil tonight?
Well, we'll hear from Staff Sergeant Curtis.
Yeah, she would be screaming. You're exactly right. Because we don't know where Jack and Lilly is, right? We're screaming. Where the hell are they? Not Malaya. And not Malaya's mother either. Which makes me question, does she know? Does she know more? Mm-hmm.
McKinnon. He's the district commander of the Pictou County RCMP, and he's expected to say a few words this evening. He also spoke at the last vigil that took place.
Yeah, and that's he said a few words, generic words, basically the same thing that they always say, and the same thing that he said at the last vigil as well. We could have just played a recording what he said last time. Again, appreciate him being there and all of that, because I support the RCMP. I support law enforcement. I know it's easier said than done. I get that. But I don't feel like, and again, we don't know everything, but I don't feel like you've drug both their asses down there at the same time and Junkyard Janie's, put them all three in a room and say, you guys say you want Jack and Lilly home, right? So you're going to talk. Let's talk. Start comparing their stories. Go to room. Malaya just said this. Why are you saying that? Why haven't they done that? You could not have a brain and realize that these parents have not been consistent. The only thing that they have been consistent about is their inconsistencies. That's it. 6 months later, they still don't even know who was asleep and who was awake and who woke up who. And if they were both playing in the kitchen, or one of them was playing in the kitchen, or if the kids woke up Meadow and they heard him playing in the room, or didn't hear him playing in the room, because none of it happened that morning.
1 month after the children went missing. It took place right in this very spot. As for the case, we know that cadaver dogs searched the property where the children went missing and other areas of Lansdowne in late September, but they did not find human remains. RCMP Major Crimes has been involved since the beginning, and they say they have not slowed down their investigation. They've been following up on hundreds of tips, thousands of videos.
This attorney that we were watching the other day, I think I agreed with them. I think they have just went soft. They have just went soft, and it's like they just want to bury the story. You would think, Mad. You would think, right? I mean, no agency is perfect. No, we're not asking for perfection, right? But clearly, buying Daniel donuts and coffee and taking him out on the interstate and driving real fast, like he says, makes him feel normal. But let's get the balls to the walls and get their asses in there and ask about why all these inconsistencies. You both were in bed together, mother chickens.
So they have not slowed down in that investigation and say they will not stop until they find out what happened to Lily and Jack. Tonight, we also expect to hear from the warden of Pictou County, Robert Parker. He's expected to read a prayer, and other people, loved ones of Lily and Jack Sullivan, are expected to read a poem and may also say a few words here at the Stellarton detachment of the RCMP.
Cash in unless they're
yeah, no doubt it will be an emotional night. Thanks, Ali. That's Ali Thompson reporting live for us tonight from Stellarton.
Let's hear it, Anne, sorry. All right, so that was that. That was just out just a little bit ago. We showed you that one. Showed you that one. More might come out, I think. More tonight. Let me make sure that's it. Just bear with me. We got a lot to go over. All right. Law and Crime did some stuff today as well. Oh my goodness, Leslie, thank you so much, honey. That is so generous of you. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, guys. So upsetting. I'm excited with you. I'm so upsetting about Jack and Lilly. Thank you so much, Miss Kelly. I appreciate you tremendously. Your support and all of that. Jack and Lilly, it means so much, truly. Thank you so much. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our girl Kelly a big, big thank you. Thank you so much, my love. Good to see you. And I, again, appreciate you so much, Kelly. Linda, thank you, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Much love to Miss Linda and OG. Thank you, Dustin. Happy birthday, Jack. We're not going to give up on you or Lily. Amen. Amen, Linda. I just don't understand the RCMP right now. And it's, I don't know. Okay. We got, again, a lot more to go over here. But I want to show you this real quick for those of you guys that missed this earlier. This was Daniel. at the vigil, standing beside the camera woman. Hey, Susie. Right. Yeah, I'm sure he did another interview. He likes the attention. He likes the attention. We're going to get into some inconsistencies and all of that as well in just a moment. Just need to clear out some things here. Okay. 1 second. Yeah, they didn't make sure that. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just trying to see if the CBC didn't drop something new for paying members. I'm a member there, so give me 2 seconds, y'all. Okay. Let's see. What do I search? Okay. Jack and Lilly Sullivan. My heart broke for Miss Belinda today. She's sick and tired of being sick and tired. You know what I mean? Okay. No, don't think so. Okay. Law and Crime was live today, or did a video about Jack and Lilly, and then Ashley Banfield did a video. Which one do you want to go over tonight? Put a 1 for Ashley Banfield, put a 2 for Law and Crime. And we'll see. Look at them here. Bless their hearts. Okay. What's the DD video? DD? Deception Detective? Did he do a video? Our big DD. Did he do a video? Oh, let's see. We love he did. Guys, can we go over Deception Detective? His videos aren't long. We love a good DD. You know that. It's a short one. Yeah. Peacemaker. Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. Good to see you, baby. My child was missing for 2.5 weeks. I was a total mess. Malaya, I do not understand you. Right? Had to be the hardest 2 weeks of your life. Like, have you ever been like tired or sick? Or whatever, and then you wake up, or like something happens, whether it's exciting news, terrifying news, or whatever, and you get that jolt of energy that to get your ass up. You know what I mean? You just can't stop. Like, you got to go, 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 go. It could be exciting. It could be bad. That's what parents that I've spoken to, it's just a relentless, I gotta find, can't stop, won't stop. Oh, Wolfie, DD is deception detective. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. It's for the ladies and the guys with the limp wrist only. Okay. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Thank you for giving me 2 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you thank our beautiful Sarah. Really do appreciate you, my love. Thank you for all your support, Miss Sarah. Means so much, so much. I'm an idiot sometimes. Yeah, we love Deception Detective, and he's Canadian. Ladies, and a few gentlemen, he's Canadian. You're welcome.
Months after
I feel like I'm doing ASMR. We like the big TT. That's Deception Detective. We're going to watch a video of Deception Detective right now. Are you ready? Please hit the thumbs up. Thank you in advance.
Jack and Lilly Sullivan vanished, their stepfather Daniel Martel says he continues to search for answers and cooperate with police. That included when cadaver dogs recently came to his property.
I come home and
interview.
The dogs were already, on scene, and
obviously I have.
They were there for about an hour before I got there. I didn't know the exact.
Okay, look at this. Tell me you're not on math, or tell me you might be on math, and saying you're not on math without telling me you're on math and saying you're not on math.
Day when the arrival was going to happen, but at the end of the day, everything's ruled out there, and I hope this speculation, turns elsewhere.
Sorry to disappoint, but my speculation hasn't changed. And it's not just because Daniel's top priority seems to be deflecting speculation instead of finding his missing kids. So today, let's watch this interview and count all the red flags. I'm Deception Detective, an attorney trained in statement analysis. This channel exposes lies and manipulation. So if that's your thing, hit subscribe. For early access, exclusive videos, and other cool perks, consider becoming a channel member. Link in description. If you're watching this, you're probably already...
And you know what, Robin, we need to change that, actually. That you are absolutely right. He's not the stepfather. That's just kind of the way it's been since the beginning. But you're absolutely right. He's not a stepfather. In my opinion, he's not much of a father. But he is the mother's boyfriend. Maybe because they share a child together, but you're absolutely right. And I need to change I need to make a habit of saying the mom's boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah. So let's all try to make an effort. Hey, Green Eyes, where you been? I haven't seen you.
Pretty familiar with.
By the way, this is the deception deck right here. You can buy the deception deck from Deception Detective, and it will.
With the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan from Nova Scotia, Canada. So instead of recapping the entire case, here's a quick clip from my video, He Knows Everything, recapping the statements Daniel was making leading up to the cadaver dog search.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they do find something?
No, because...
What father would not... There we go again. What person in the home would not be preparing themselves even a little bit, right? Hold on. No, I'm not. No, he's not preparing himself for anything. You are not the stepfather. Oh, I used to have a Maury clip. Do I not have that anymore? I used to have a Maury clip with Daniel. I don't think I have it anymore, but yeah. All right, here we go.
I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know
You know Malaya didn't do anything? Well, ain't what you said before. That's what we're going to be talking about in a little bit. Sorry, Daniel. Sorry. That's not at all what you said before.
Gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. My mother didn't do anything. There were 3 people on the property.
For someone who was apparently drifting in and out of sleep when Lily and Jack disappeared, Daniel sure does know quite a bit about what happened to them. For instance, he knows where they aren't, he knows their dead bodies aren't on the property, and he somehow also knows who isn't responsible. The implication, of course, is he knows where they are. That's how he knows.
Yes. Yes. If you were asleep, like you say you was, you don't know anything that happened while you're asleep, right? You can't say 100% of anything other than the children are missing. You can't say you 100% know that they're not going to be out there, that there's not even a little piece of you. Not even a little piece of you. Oh, Patriot, it's coming.
Knows they won't be found on the property. And this isn't a reach. After all, if he actually didn't know what happened, I'd expect him to be curious about what the dogs might find and apprehensive about it. But he's not. I'd also expect him to be suspicious about all the other adults who are on the property, but he isn't. He's conclusive about their innocence when, if his story's true, he has no way of knowing that. By the way, as a side note, Daniel, criminals move bodies all the time. The cadaver dogs not finding anything on the property doesn't prove you're innocent. It actually suggests the opposite. As I said in that video, if the dogs don't find any bodies on the property, it actually is bad for Daniel, not only because he said for sure they wouldn't find anything, which makes me wonder how he knew that, but also because their story is that the kids wandered off and got lost. How far could they have possibly gone before perishing in the rough Nova Scotian weather? Most likely in the area the dogs were searching, which calls their...
Let me tell you something. If the parents actually end up, or one of the parents, not parents, if the boyfriend or the mother end up being involved, and you can bet your sweet ass that clip is going to be used in court. Daniel thinks, I've said this 1,000 times, he thinks in the moment. He's very reptilian thinking, right? Just what can serve him in the moment, not what has happened in the past, what he said in the past, or how it might come back to bite him in the future. Well, again, if the boyfriend or the mom are involved, and Daniel said, I can tell you they're not there. I can tell you they're not there. 1 second, guys.
Entire story into question, but this new interview is even worse than that old one. So without further ado, let's listen.
2 dogs trained to detect human remains were brought in from British Columbia the week of September 22nd. They spent about 3 days searching a total of 40 kilometers for evidence of the 2 missing children.
They didn't locate any human remains or anything associated to this file or any other.
And Daniel says, I can tell you they're not there. Not in the woman says, not even a little bit. Like, what if they're there? No, I can tell you they're not there. That tells you that, and they prove that they're involved, that shows you that he would be involved. That shows you he knew where they were the entire time. That shows you that he was lying this whole time to all of us. Right? And Deception Detective is absolutely right. You want them to be found on that property because that says what you initially said, that Jack and Lily walked off. Now, Daniel has also said, well, he said a lot of things, but he said that he believed Malaya, that they went in the woods. He was stupid, he says, and believed them that they actually went in the woods. But again, he would have to have knowledge that they didn't go in the woods. He's not very smart. He's good at he's good at manipulating to a point. He's not very smart. I believe this would have been solved a hell of a long time ago if it wasn't for the location that they live at. That's the biggest hamper on this case, is where they live. Just like it is in Summerwell's case. It's the biggest hamper. No cell phone service, no cameras, nowhere. In the middle of nowhere. Right? He also says things like, Jack and Lily weren't wearing what Malaya said they were wearing, and I'll leave it at that. That's going to go back to bite him as well. Things like that he says. Because Malaya can say, yeah, they were wearing that the last time I saw them. And then that could be used to bite him as well. Because if they actually weren't wearing what Malaya said, and Daniel is virtually admitting that he knows that what they were wearing, right? Not good. Not good. Yeah. It's going to come back to bite him. But Daniel is enjoying his little 5 minutes of fame. I use that word with nauseism, because there's 2 kids missing. Unbelievable.
Any open files. There was no
Staff Sergeant Rob McCammon is the officer in charge of major crime and behavioral sciences in Nova Scotia. He says the dogs scoured the Lansdowne property where the siblings lived. They also sniffed the woods where a pink blanket was previously found and a nearby pipeline and intersecting trails. He wouldn't confirm whether people were questioned during the latest search, but Martel tells CBC one of the RCMP dog handlers had tough questions for him about the day before the children disappeared.
He said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail. And I said to him that Thursday was just an ordinary day.
Don't ever believe someone that says it's an ordinary day or it's just like any other, because even in retrospect, it is not an ordinary day. This is the last moments your family is in one piece. And it hasn't been in one piece for nearly 6 months. And your life is torn upside down. There was nothing ordinary about the last time you see your loved one. A 4 and a 6-year-old who vanished under very mysterious circumstances. Anyone agrees with that. Everyone agrees with that. So it's not ordinary. Hey, Leslie. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you very much. This donation is on behalf of Pamela Turner. Well, thank you, Leslie. That's very sweet. God bless you, Leslie. And God bless you, Pamela, Tony. Much love. Much love to you. Thank you so much, my love. Wait, who gifted me a membership? Probably Sarah, Joyous, or Kelly. If you got it today, or Holly. One of those. So think the gals.
Until they woke up on Friday morning. And that's when, like, life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day. So
No, it wasn't a normal day.
So, therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered.
Daniel's using a lot of hand movements, and he's doing that for 2 reasons. Anxiety, number 1, and he's also doing that to try to convince.
That day until Friday morning.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night?
Yeah.
He says that day. And then he says until Friday morning.
And your story isn't matching up?
Yeah. Well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him.
Not just matching, but didn't have enough detail for him. And again, this is what gives me hope about this case, is that the RCMP clearly does not believe Daniel or Malaya or Janie about Thursday evening. And I was thinking about this. You know how the RCMP came out and said there's no evidence that anybody was in the car going, up and down the road. Well, clearly, they don't believe Daniel about Thursday night. Think about this. Put the 2 and 2 together. They don't believe Daniel and Malaya and Janie about Thursday night. They believe something more happened. Right? So, if they don't believe something more happened, or if they believe something more happened Thursday night, how in the hell did they get Jack and Lily out of there? How did they get Jack and Lily out of there? You get what I mean? They're telling Daniel, you're not telling us enough. We don't believe you about Thursday night. Right? Yeah, Claudia. But they're also saying, well, we don't have evidence. We're not saying it didn't happen. We're just saying there's no evidence that we have about a car going in and out. Well, if you don't believe him about Thursday night, and you believe something happened Thursday night, then that means they didn't disappear on their own. And that means you don't believe Daniel or Malaya. And that you believe that they know more. And if they know more, then that means there's foul play. And that means they had to be removed by someone. And there had to be a car or an ATV. You get it? Think about what Daniel is saying.
Detailed that needed to be remembered that day until Friday morning.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night,
Yeah.
and your story isn't matching.
And he says that day until Friday morning. Well, the day is pretty much done Thursday, right? You're into Thursday evening, Thursday night, which is, in my opinion, which is when something happened. So Daniel's like, that day was ordinary. And then he stops until Friday morning. He caught himself right there.
Up?
Yeah, well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him personally. And then
Not just matching, but it didn't have enough detail. And this is coming from someone who says that he has literally, his words, again, his words, I'm not putting words in his mouth. He has broken down minute by minute of the day all of this happened. There were 2 neighbors that heard a vehicle that night. 2. Abigail, good to see you, baby. Thank you so much for 3 months. Happy birthday to sweet Jack. We're all counting down the days till you and Lily are brought home. Justice for Jack and Lily. Thank you so much, Abigail. You are so precious, and we appreciate you so much, my dear. Thank you. And I 100% agree.
that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once.
You are lying through the crack of your crevices, Mr. Mathdell. You asked him if he knew anything about the case. No, the RCMP just sent 2 people with dogs on this case from another province, flew them and their dogs in, and that don't know anything about this case. Yeah. He wants you to believe that they sent 2 people and their dogs in who know not a damn thing about the case, except they've seen Daniel on the news once. Notice how he folds his arms there. He's feeling vulnerable. He's lying right there. 1000%, in my opinion. So running all over the place and getting Patty's bank card is a normal day for Daniel. Yeah, exactly. It's a normal day. Yes. Hey, peacemaker. Yeah. And Daniel says he went there, I think, after he saw Meadow one time. Patty said she didn't want him there. It makes me think that Daniel went there again, even after Malaya and him broke up. And since Jack and Lily vanished, that he went there again for money to ask Patty.
And that kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details.
How could he challenge you if he didn't know any details? How could he search if he didn't know any details? Why would they send two of them there if they didn't know any details? This is only the RCMP's biggest case in the last 6 months. I don't care what province you're in.
So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details.
He is such a fucking gaslighter here. My case didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details. Daniel, you lived it. You lived Thursday. You can talk about you finding your tools, right? Even though I believe you're a tool. And you say you helped your mom with some fucked up fence, which I don't believe you did. Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%, Joyce. Hell yes. Well, Daniel, I really believe he thought he had it down until he came to YouTube and realized he really didn't have it down. And that's why we have called him out on his BS. That is why he has continually changed everything about this. From Malaya putting the kids out in a car and his mom seeing them, to Malaya's going to prison, to she doesn't have anything to do with it, on and on and on.
So you shouldn't try to force something on me without knowing any of the background.
I've got
Force something on you without knowing the background. I have never, honest, never met someone so full of shit in my life as Don Wells and Daniel Martell. Never.
a lot of problems here, so let's go through them one by one. First, I don't like how Daniel got defensive when pressed for more details. I would have expected him to be kicking himself for not remembering every little thing, especially if he truly believed the kids were kidnapped.
Yes. Yes. Great point. Great point, Deception Detective makes there. You would be churning your mind about what happened that night, trying to figure out something, right? You'd be hard on yourself as the mom's boyfriend. You guys share a child together. But he's defensive. Why would you be defensive? Daniel shouldn't be defensive. Okay, RCMP. You say I don't know enough. What do you need to know? I will make it clear as crystal for you, right? You would make it clear as crystal clear for the RCMP. You're open to everything to find Jack and Lily. Open to everything. What do you need to know? I'll fill it in for you. People who have nothing to hide nothing. Remember that.
Did he see a stranger in town? Was someone following them? Did he see a weird car on the road? Every detail would matter. Victims searching their memories for buried clues is such a common phenomenon that's actually carded in the deception deck. My second problem is this: even if we took Daniel at his word that he just wipes his memory clean of every ordinary moment, we can't trust his account of Friday morning. After all, by his logic, he shouldn't remember anything about that morning because it was a normal morning up until they noticed that the kids were missing. Which brings me to my biggest issue with this entire segment of the interview.
Was today, for most of you, an average day? An average day? Or did something in your life happen today that was major? Right? I can tell you what I did today from the moment I got up. There was nothing major that happened in my life today. Most of our days are pretty ordinary. We do similar things every day. We're creatures of habit. Whether they're ordinary, you can remember them in detail, or they are unordinary, right? And either way, you should be able to say that. Either way. I got a numb bum from driving today. Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
Thursday wasn't an ordinary day. Lily was apparently sick, so they kept her home from school, which breaks the normal routine. In other words, it all boils down to this. No matter which way you cut it, Daniel's either lying about not remembering Thursday, or he's such an unreliable witness.
And that's right. Thursday, think about that. Another great point deception detective makes. Thursday, you kept Lily home. You kept Jack home. Lily had a cough, right? You went to a lot of places. They clearly tell where the places they went, right? Because there's nothing to hide right there. Nothing happened during those time frames. Everything was ordinary. So you have no problem saying what happened, except when you get home and where the rubber hits the road and where shit gets real. You can tell us about the ordinary that happened up until then. Why not, Kelly? Was it unordinary? Your day wasn't ordinary, Brenda. But you know what happened? Because if your day was ordinary, you just said your day was ordinary. That means you remember, right? If you say your day was unordinary, That's because you remember. Either way, you remember. Right?
That he can't alibi anybody for Friday morning. Let's keep listening because it gets even worse.
Did he make any accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. And
That is a big accusation right there. Not you and Malaya did something. We think you did something to the kids Thursday night. We think you did something. Not that they walked out on their own. Not that someone abducted them. Not that even Malaya did something to them. You're not giving us enough details, and we think you did something to them Thursday night. That is huge. That doesn't get covered enough. I hope those children weren't abused. Well, they were. They were, Pam. The bruises. All of that. They were abused and neglected. He has a lot of secrets. Sure does. They believe, for whatever reason, I don't know the reason, he just said, with his own mouth, he uttered this with his own mouth, that the RCMP, the two detectives that were there, said that they believe Daniel did something. Why is that not making headlines? Why is the CBC not covering that? CBC, Daniel says, RCMP says they believe he did something to Jack and Lilly on Thursday evening. Are we missing something? You're not blaming him for that. You're saying exactly what he said. He just said two was in his house and said, Daniel, we believe you're not telling us about Thursday night. You're not giving us enough detail, and that you did something to them.
Accusations at you?
yeah, he did. He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night.
Can't say it any clearer. She is. She's just as guilty. Absolutely. Because she would know, right? If you're involved in a crime or you know something happened, you are deemed just as guilty. Now, this is the thing. If Malaya had nothing to do with it, and she called police and said, I just woke up and found Jack and Lilly not breathing, and I think, or, he did something, she would have been scot-free. She would have been a victim in this too. Right? But either she, pussed out, or she was involved, or again, there was something like drugs involved. But here, the RCMP is, according to Daniel, is saying
and asked them, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking, and there's not enough detail because I thought it was an ordinary day.
Martel says the cadaver dog searched inside his trailer and police even looked under his deck. McCammon says his team is prepared to keep working on this case until it's solved.
This is not something that we stop working on. We've got 2 young children, Lily and Jack, who've gone missing from their home. And it is a Missing Persons Act investigation still at this time. But we need to find answers to that. There's a lot of legitimate public concerns about how 2 children go missing and we can't find them. So we're going to continue until we have answers.
He says bringing...
I blame Malaya more too, because she brought the kids into this situation. She didn't stand up for her kids. She was lazy as hell with the kids. Right?
Dogs back to these woods again could be a possibility if new information suggests they missed something.
It should have been case closed from the very start, because with the amount of resources and technology and amount of searchers and everyone deployed in that first initial search, that was a lot. That was an 8-kilometer radius outwards. And it's just the amount of money and people's time, injuries that were sustained during that. It's just, people should have just opened their eyes to see that we need to look elsewhere. I pointed many fingers, and I think that's where the people should look.
Not here.
Durwood said she stood up for her kids, and it caused problems between her and Dan. Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to remember, Daniel told his most recent ex-girlfriend that you don't have any friends, especially guy friends. You don't talk to the people at work, outside of work. And if you do, we can't be together. It's just an ultimatum. Just like Daniel made the ultimatum to Malaya. I don't want you around your ex. I don't want you around the family. I don't want them here. Hey, Lisa. Zach cries. Good to see you. No male friends or female friends. He doesn't want any female friends either. He don't want anybody. Hey, Shannon. She's absolutely. Men, relationships can come and go, but your kids are your kids forever. Right? And again, the RCMP, according to Daniel, flat out said, you did something to these kids Thursday night. You, Daniel. You. And Daniel just happened to say that Lily had a black eye when she went missing. And CPS had been there. And all of that.
Not here. Not in the woods. If fingers have been pointed, let's start taking a look. It's just heartbreaking to know that 5 months have passed and school started, the summer ended. Like, this should be a chance for kids to be interacting and doing kid things, enjoying their lives as kids. You know, like, it's not just all the kids that miss them from school and community, and, you know, at this point, the whole country that, you know they're missing. It's just like, I have kids too that know that they're missing too. And like, that's heartbreaking for them.
Daniel says, I have kids too that knows that they're missing. Yeah, they were interviewed, weren't they, Daniel? What did they say? What did they say, Daniel? Via, again, your mouth. That they told that you abused Jack and Lilly Sullivan, who are missing. Think about it, y'all. I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad now. They had bruises all the time, even the day they vanished. CPS was there. The children, who Daniel only seen every other weekend, I think it is, or one day every other weekend, said that he abused Jack and Lilly, right? We see bruises on them. We've heard the stories. The teachers were concerned big time. Things I know that I can say and things that I can't. And they called. So they said, Daniel, we think you did something to them on Thursday night. Now, if you can't fucking see that something is wrong here, you are blithely unaware of the red flags of child abuse and child neglect. It's just that simple. Children that are abused and neglected are by far more likely to go missing or to be trafficked. By far. Now add a stepfather or a boyfriend. Astronomically. And then just add someone in the house. You are far more likely to be unalived by someone you live with. Most strangers don't care enough. They don't have that emotional attachment. The rugs, absolutely. The control. And then, of course, learning that Daniel wants to pretend to R someone. You're disgusting. You are just as vile as they come, Daniel. You are. And you try to cover it up with, you think, your $3 words. And it's nothing but bullshit. We see through your math-eaten mouth that you're lying. And it infuriates me that there is so much pain that was caused to Jack and Lilly Sullivan. It infuriates me that they're out there somewhere. And it's a child's 5th birthday. He should have balloons. He should have a birthday cake, and he should be blowing out candles, not the wind and the elements blowing on his remains. Think about that, because that is reality right now. That is the fucking reality. And we see right through your bullshit. And anybody who wants to take up for this piece of shit after knowing all of the things that he has said that we know, something is wrong. Something is wrong. Whether you believe he did something or not, right? Which I don't know how the fuck you couldn't, but whether you believe something or not, I would never, ever defend someone that abuses children mentally, physically, verbally, ever. It's a power dynamic. You can't regulate your feelings enough, you little bitch of a man child. You can't. And a lot of that is probably due to rugs, because when you're on rugs, you stop maturing from the day you're on rugs until the day you're off. If you're on rugs 10 years and you are 20 when you start and you quit when you're 30, you still have the maturity level of a 20-year-old. Minus what some of the hard damage does to you. You wanted to control everything around you when you're a scared little bitch. People who want to control who someone sees or someone talks to is because they feel inferior, that they're not good enough, that they're not man enough. And to be honest, Daniel, I can see why. I can see why you feel that way, right? You don't supply anything for anybody, right? You're not a provider for your kids or anyone else. The only thing you provide is the wrath of how you're feeling that day. You know, a man that lives in his mommy's broke down trailer, can't even fix a fucking door or anything else, work one day a week, maybe, still not working. So yeah, you probably would be afraid that Malaya would get out and actually find a decent man that would treat her good and provide for her and Jack and Lily and Meadow. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But you see, most men that are real men, they generally say, you know what? I'm going to provide for my family, whatever the fuck it takes. I'm going to get out here and I'm going to beat the brakes off the fucking pavement to make a dime. I don't care what I have to do. I don't care if I have to work at McDonald's, 2 shifts, right? I worked 2, sometimes 3 jobs at a time. You do what you have to do to provide. But it's hard when you're running the roads all day, manipulating people, taking money from an elderly woman with memory problems that also opened up her home, her wallet, and all of that to you. So I can see why you're an inferior little bitch. I see that. I recognize it. But the problem with you, Daniel, is you don't want to change it. You don't want to change it. You just like going on your feelings. If I did everything on my feelings all the time, I would never get out of bed. Never get out of bed. Just lay the fucking bed and just not get out. But you don't have rent. You have an electric bill. You can't even keep a car because you drive them like a bat out of hell, blow up their motors or wreck them. You've wrecked your mom's car, you've wrecked your dad's car, you've wrecked your car, you've wrecked so many people's lives. And still, you don't see it's you. You still don't see it's you. It's everybody else, isn't it, Daniel? Everybody else. You couldn't. I don't think you're even capable of reflecting. I don't think you're capable. I think you have been saved from every little thing. My little Danny, he would never, right? Your poor elderly mother, Janie, who smokes entirely too much, lives in not more than a rat's nest, Daniel. She gave up her very little trailer to let you, because she knows you're a fuck up and won't provide anything for anyone, opened up her entire home for you and Malaya and the kids. I'm sure she resented Malaya and the kids. I bet she did. She should have not taken it out on Malaya and the kids, in my opinion. She should have taken it out on you. Because you're the reason. She absolutely enables him, Mohawk. She absolutely enables him. Sorry, guys. I just went on a little fucking truth serum thing right there. He needs to hear it. He needs to hear it. He has wrecked his dad's nearly new car. He's wrecked his mom's. I mean, listen. You guys know I make fun of, Janie with the way she behaves and stuff like that. But regardless, Daniel, she's your mother. You should be providing not only for your kids in your life. If your mom is in that situation, you should be providing a better life for her, helping her out as well. I'll check it, Deborah. Couldn't imagine living, and my elderly mom living in something that there's not floors, there's not fucking walls or anything like that. Like, what the hell? I see you, Deborah. I just emailed you back, Deborah. One second. Someone just sent something. One second. Okay. By the way, guys, in Ashley's in Ashley Buzzard, little Melody Buzzard's mom, she's got a video. They've got Ashley Buzzard on video taking down signs about her missing daughter. Unbelievable. Insanity. Thank you, Abigail. Appreciate you very, very much, Abigail. Thank you, love. You're such an amazing human and caring dear. Oh, thank you so much, my dear. Always doing so much for convenience. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you very, very, very much, my love. Thank you so much. Much love to you. And Bo, thank you so much, honey. 15 months. You OG Bo, thank you so much. My dear, appreciate you. Love you long time, Justin. You'd be great. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. Very, very kind of you. RV is still there. She'll be moving back into when she gets another girlfriend. Daniel's the fuck up out of the kids. I mean, he is. Between him and Justin, he's the fuck up. It just is what it is. Justin's got his life a hell of a lot more together than Daniel ever thought about. Yep. Okay. There is, I think there is movement. Okay. Someone just sent this to me. Listen to this. Fuck me. 1 second. Why is it not? I appreciate you, StreamYard, but sometimes, man, with all these new updates, I got to refresh. You guys got to see this. Guys, we're learning something, and this is getting interesting. Daniel, there's a reason you had that car wreck, wasn't there? In my opinion. Someone just sent me this. I don't.
Before Daniel had his accident, I got word that supposedly, now I can only confirm half of this, that Daniel and Malaya were asked to come in separately and speak to law enforcement, and that there was a 2-hour interrogation / recorded. Right before Daniel had his accident, I got word that supposedly, now I can only confirm half of this, that Daniel and Malaya were asked to come in separately and speak to law enforcement, and that there was a 2-hour interrogation / recorded.
Wow. DT said, damn, that right before the accident, Daniel and Malaya had to come in separately, and that they did an interview and that it was recorded. Shouldn't they always be recorded, though? Shouldn't they always be recorded? He can't even cook his own meals? Hell no. But Daniel said he was going to visit Meadow. Oh, I need to show y'all a picture. Yeah, just email me, Deb, or text me whenever you see something like that, baby, if you don't mind. Look at this. Check this out. Very interesting. I gotta show y'all some stuff here, but I want to show you this first. I'm not convinced there's something more to this wreck. I'm telling you guys, there is something more. I don't know if it was. There is no length that, in my opinion, that Daniel would not go to avoid certain things. And I don't know. There's something up here. Okay, watch this. Does this look like he had a wreck? Look at her. How healthy she looks. Do we know why he crashed? He said he hydroplaned. But you got to remember, it's 3 crashes. She so is joyous. Look how healthy. She's got Malaya's. She looks like Malaya. She looks like a combination of both, but she looks like Malaya. Thank God. Doesn't she? She looks like a different child. Yeah. Wow, not in the striped top. Now, she is, 5 months older, but when she was first taken, the first picture we ever saw of her, you could tell, I mean, she looked better even then, but you could tell like she was not the size for her age. Right? Watch this. this is the first picture. And this is after a month or two. Oh, I agree. This was the first picture. Right? Oops, hold on. Oops, okay. First picture. Second picture. So much better. Look at that. There. Now look at her. There. The next one. Yeah, they're feeding her. She's got nutrients. Next one. Next one. Next one. Right here. Daniel bought some new shirts finally because we was saying, don't you ever wear a different shirt. Does Malaya see her daughter? Yeah, I think so. She does. She does. Where's that water at? What water? She's got big, like, blue eyes. Big blue eyes. Cute as a button. Mm-hmm. I think they will. I think that Malaya. Oh, the fish one. Does Daniel have a birthmark? I just now noticed that. Did y'all see that? Is that a birthmark on Daniel? Is that a birthmark? Got some spots on his faces. Y'all see that? I've never noticed that on him before. It might be right there as well. I just want to give his ass a haircut. I can't stand this, the neck thingy. Maybe it's there as well. But y'all want to see the fish one? See, I don't know where this is. I've asked. Crap. I've asked. Great job, bro. Andrew Tate. What kind of fish spawn is this? LOL. I only seen that size in CB Oceans. Does any of my Nova Scotians have an idea where that is? I mean, it's not the Pictou River, that's for sure. Searching the fishing waters where? Well, they've got to be somewhere that he's familiar with. He almost looks like a cartoon character sometimes, doesn't he? Like a cartoon character. I don't know. He just does. Sometimes I can't help it. Yeah, it's waist deep. Because he's fake, yeah. I don't think we actually know who Daniel is. Look at they're up the weight. Well, that's not up to your waist because he's kind of hunkered. That's a word we say here. He's kind of hunched down there. See, his knee is bent there. Matt Mackay. Her name is for me, bud. Her name is for me, bud. Oh, yeah. Look at there. He's got it there. Chap lips. That looks like a scar, maybe. That gives me a lot of hope, guys. That since they allegedly questioned Daniel and Malaya recently for 2 hours and recorded it. Okay, does anyone know where this is? Is this the lake behind the house? I heard he accused Malaya of Meadow not being his. Oh, I'm sure he has. There's nothing that would surprise me with Daniel. He says whatever he's feeling at the moment. Yeah, this is a lake. But is it the lake behind the house? Anybody know? Yeah. Janie was pretty there. That was 2019. Look at her. She is so stinking cute. She's got like bluish, gray, very beautiful eyes. She looks so different. She looks so good here. Which is what all babies. Don't y'all think she looks like Malaya, though? I think she looks like Malaya. Okay, let me show you this, guys. Daniel said that he turned on the light and checked on the kids around midnight. Someone wrote, I ask you, would you turn on the light on a school night, mind you, to check on your sleeping children at midnight? Or does it sound more like Daniel wanted the police to believe that the children were at home and in bed the night before they vanished into thin air? I suspect the latter, they said. Added to add, I suppose there are parents who do turn on the light at midnight to check on the kids. On a school night, it just seems unusual to me. I still highly doubt that Daniel did. It's not this one statement that gives me pause, but a combination of many. Now, some people might turn on the light, just fucking blare the light. I think is a little rude, but I don't think that Daniel did that. I think he is saying that before he leaves the home. And Daniel says it might have been a little after midnight, which was technically Friday. Watch this.
Tell him, my partner, Daniel.
As soon as I noticed that I didn't hear anything, you woke up and then you noticed you didn't hear anything. I immediately jump out of the bed.
I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no. And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for.
This is Malaya's statement versus what Daniel says. I searched the bedrooms and looked in the backyard. And when I noticed they weren't there, I jumped in my vehicle and surveyed every dirt road and every culvert I could find.
Them, and I instantly just called 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call. They're both really go-lucky children. There's
1 second. Look here. See that pink blanket there?
I just had the instinct I needed to call. They're both really go-lucky children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone.
They'll talk to anyone, except Jack wouldn't talk to a lot of people, they say. He was very quiet kid. Oh, thank you, Robin. 17 months. That is freaking amazing. That is an OG girlfriend. Robin, thank you so much, my love. Justin, I have so much love and respect for you. Your heart is gold. Your passion for those with no voice is unsurmountable. Oh, we love. Thank you, honey. That is so incredibly kind. It's such a beautiful message. Thank you so much, Robin, for your support, your love, your kindness, membership, and all the above. Much love to you, my dear. I really, really do appreciate you. Thank you, honey.
Talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone.
I have no idea why anyone would want to take them, Mr. Mattel said. If they wandered to the road, they would get in any car as long as they offered them food or water. They probably were very fucking hungry. Or even candy, anything like that, or even to see mom and dad, they would immediately get in. Well, isn't mom or dad in the house if they was going to the road? Come on now.
They're just extremely sweet kids. I appreciate.
Oh, I forgot to shoot.
Huge search effort going on right now, but we've been pushing for an Amber Alert, which hasn't been.
Since the beginning, Daniel and Malaya have told us that they weren't in the woods right there. They told us. They told us that they weren't in the woods. We need to get an Amber Alert out. Check the borders. Check this. Check that. They told us. Credit goes to Ashley Banfield. Drop dead serious.
To understand this case, we have to go back to the beginning. It started quietly on Wednesday, April 30th, 2025. Lily and Jack had what's called in that area a pedagogical day. Basically, it's a day where kids stay home from school so that teachers can get their administration.
By the way, I believe Ashley Banfield is from Canada. I love Ashley.
administrative work done. Nothing unusual about that. But the next morning, on Thursday, May 1st at 6:18 a.m., the school got a message through the attendance app, and it said both kids would be staying home for another day. Their mom, Maleha Brooks Murray, said that they had a cough. At 2:25 that afternoon, surveillance video showed the family, Maleha, Lily, and Jack, walking through a Dollarama store. And that is the last confirmed sighting of the children alive. That night, about 9 p.m., Maleha said she tucked them into bed wearing the same clothes that they'd been wearing earlier that day. Lily was in a pink sweater, pink pajama pants with white shapes on them, and a Barbie top.
What does it mean? See, that it's very interesting. With Jack and Lily's case, with Sebastian Rogers' case, with Summerwell's case, there's always something about the parents and what they wear. Were they wearing this or were they wearing that? And Daniel clearly says they weren't wearing what Maleha said they were wearing. Maleha says she goes to bed and Daniel stays up. He was supposed to clean. Is she lying there? I don't think she is. I think he was cleaning up after what he did, or what he says the RCMP is accusing him of. Yes, Maple. Clean the mess up. Whatever. Take care of it. Take care of it, right?
Little corduroy backpack decorated with strawberries was not far away, right nearby. Jack wore black sweatpants, a t-shirt, and he had a pull-up. That's totally normal for kids his age going to bed. The next day, May 2nd, is the day the children vanished. So it started off as a normal day, according to the family. The morning alarm went off inside the trailer at 6:15 a.m. Maleha logged into the school app again and marked both kids as sick for a second sick day. She later told police that at some point that morning, Lily and Jack woke up their baby sister, and then suddenly the house went silent. By 10:01 a.m., Maleha was calling 911. She told the dispatchers that her children were gone. And when she described them, she said she thought they could be possibly undiagnosed autistic, that they were...
It's very interesting that Daniel recently said on DTs that he didn't hear Jack and Lily in the room when they were playing, like Maleha said. Maleha says in the documents that Jack and Lily were playing in their bedroom so much that they were so loud that they actually woke up Meadow. And then Meadow, she got Meadow out of the crib that is in Daniel and Maleha's room. And she gets Meadow and brings her in. Hey, Anna, good to see you, baby. And brings her into the bed with her and Daniel. Now, Daniel says he didn't hear Jack and Lily then. Right? But Maleha said, yeah, they were really loud. Hold on. I'm going to pull up something on that document because maybe she said, I wonder if she added Daniel to that as well. 1 second.
known to wander and that their boots were missing. 26 minutes later, officers with the RCMP, that's the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, arrived at the house. That's a national police force that often serves as the authorities for rural small communities. Malaya's partner, Daniel Martel, told the investigators that he had already been out looking for the kids, first sprinting outside before jumping into his car, driving around the back roads, and then running through the nearby woods looking for these kids. He said that he'd been at it for hours. He admitted he didn't bring his phone and he never looked at the time. But that afternoon, around 4 p.m., 3 family members who were out searching made a key discovery: a pink blanket caught in some tree branches low to the ground.
Question. Is this actual pictures? Is that actual pictures? Or is that just... Anyone know? RCMP is our version of the FBI for Americans. They're red ribbons, yeah. Or there are no red... Yeah. Because that's much bigger. That's much bigger. No, this has to be filler. Has to be filler. Because there was not that many leaves on the trees at that time. Right? Unless this was the second search. Had to be. But I'm going to read something to you.
Pink
right here.
blanket caught in some tree branches low to the ground, a little over a half mile from the house. Police showed a photo of that pink blanket to both of the parents, and the parents confirmed it was, in fact, Lily's blanket. The RCMP seized it. They brought that blanket in for tracking dogs, and then they scoured the area, but the dogs did not pick up a scent. It was mystifying. Over the next several days, the case exploded into one of the largest search operations in Nova Scotia's history. You
know what? Every time I see these guys, I'm so grateful for them, but it pisses me off that people know and they're all out here for nothing, essentially, because people know where Jack and Lilly is, but all of these good individuals are searching for them.
Into one of the largest search operations in Nova Scotia's history. Ground search and rescue teams spread across the fields and the forests. Underwater recovery units were dragging the ponds and even Lansdowne Lake. But nothing surfaced. No further information. Then on May 4th came another puzzling clue. Just 2 days after the 911 call, investigators found another piece of that same pink blanket. It was stuffed inside a trash bag at the end of the family's driveway. The RCMP sent it in for forensic testing, along with several other items. But later on, the police confirmed the analysis was complete, yet that every test came back inconclusive. By May...
Well, we don't know that, I don't think. I don't think we can say that. Almost got to pull it up.
7th, after 5 days of searching, officials made a distressing announcement. The operation would be scaled back. They said based on the weather and the terrain and the amount of time that those children had been missing, the likelihood that Lily and Jack Sullivan were still alive was, quote, very low. As part of their investigation, officers questioned the children.
Did it say inconclusive? Did it say that? I may stand corrected then. I didn't think they gave us the test results of the blanket. Malaya heard the kids playing in their bedroom. And it says around, and it's a redacted time. I wonder if they unredacted that part. I need to check that part. They woke Meadow up, so they took her into bed and turned the TV on for her, then faded in and out of sleep. The kids were giggling, laughing, and talking to each other. The kids were in the room right next to them, so they were loud. And Daniel, you didn't hear any of that? I heard silence and told Daniel she didn't hear the kids. I didn't hear the kids. They got up together, checked in the living room and outside. They started yelling for them. When they didn't hear any answer, she called 911 at 10:01 a.m. Huh. That's very interesting. Whenever 10 o'clock, at 8 o'clock is whenever, was it 8 o'clock? Yes, 8 o'clock was the last time you guys heard them. So why would you wait 2 hours?
Biological father, Cody Sullivan. He lived in New Brunswick, another province. He said he hadn't seen the kids in nearly 3 years, but he passed a polygraph test, and the police cleared him. Both Malaya Brooks Murray and Daniel Martel also volunteered for polygraph exams. They did that on May 12th. And according to the police, both were found to be truthful. In court documents, an RCMP investigator even stated, quote, "At this point in the investigation, Jack and Lily's disappearance is not believed to be criminal in nature. I do not have reasonable grounds to believe a criminal offense has occurred," end quote. In interviews throughout the months of May, Daniel Martel told the CBC News that he believed Lily and Jack must have slipped out through a sliding door in the back of the trailer while he and Malaya were in the bedroom with their baby daughter, Meadow.
TV shut itself off?
But the RCMP say there's no confirmed evidence that anyone saw or heard those children leave the trailer.
Shannon, I hope there's a conclusion. I hope. And Daniel and Malaya just got interviewed, allegedly.
Residents of Lansdowne Station did report a suspicious vehicle that was heard driving back and forth near the home on the morning that the kids vanished. But investigators said they found no physical proof of any vehicle activity, and no driver was ever identified, nor was any car. In a curious development, Malaya Brooks Murray left Daniel not long after the children's disappearance. She took her infant daughter and left Pictou County altogether, moving in with her mother. She then blocked Daniel on social media and reportedly has not spoken to him since then.
Got a question. Yes, right before Daniel's wreck. 2-hour interview. Recorded. Recently. Question. If there was vehicles going in and out of Daniel, Malaya, and Janie's property after midnight, do you believe Janie would know? Yes or no in the chat. Do you believe Janie would know? I'm so glad Banfield picked this up. Joyous, yes. 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 Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. 100% yes, 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 and yes, 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 yes. Sure, he did one this evening. Yes, 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 yes. I don't know. I love your heart, Sherry. Yes, 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 yes. In my opinion, the blanket is the red herring. It was planted. I think Daniel thought it was going to go one way and it went the other. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Lights, dog barking, unless she was on sleeping pills. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. She heard everything. The lights would shine in the window. Just being honest. What's all the yeses for? Yes, definitely. What was the question? Yes. 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 Why? LOL. The question was if, yes, the question was if someone went in and out of the property that night. A car after midnight. Do you believe Junkyard Janeth the third? I just added the third. I'm just kidding. Would have heard said vehicle? Yes or no? Would she have heard the vehicle? Would she have paid attention throughout the night? Yes. Yes. Justin reading every comment. Pay attention, class. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Years? Yes. Yes. Wouldn't her dog have been going crazy? I mean, it probably had too much smoke inhalation for that day, the dog. So I'm going to say maybe. Probably had too much smoke inhalation from that day. From the chimney and also Janie's chimney. Too much smoke. So it's probably tired. Not if the dog knew the car. See, I think the dog would still bark. And I personally think it was a car that Daniel didn't drive for a while. In my opinion.
That time. Also, since that time,
what would if you had a car at your dad's house down the road, and or even on your property, and you tell the RCMP, oh, that car doesn't work. I haven't drove that car in months. They're going to be like, oh, well, the engine's blown in it. They're not going to check it. Probably not going to check it. Not the RCMP.
Daniel Martel has been the only parent to consistently speak with the media and appear publicly and do on-camera interviews.
What is that?
By June 19th, 6 weeks since the disappearance, the Nova Scotia government stepped in, offering up to $150,000 in reward money for any tip that could break the case open. Police kept searching again through July. Another sweep of the woods, another dig around the house. Nothing related to Jack or Lily was ever found. Investigators began quietly hinting that they were no longer certain this was a case of, quote, wandering children. Daniel Martel insists that Lily and Jack must have been kidnapped. He told the CTV News, quote, "They can't go forever. Everyone's exhausted. 100 days isn't enough. I just want to find them." He said he's fully cooperated with the police, handed over his phone, taken lie detector tests, drawn maps for investigators. He said he spends every night searching. He described one clue he can't shake: a single small boot print found near the edge of their property. Searchers swarmed that spot, combing the ground for hours, but nothing came of it. By September 19th, cadaver dogs from British Columbia were brought in to search the forests around Lansdowne Station, a move requested by the family. The RCMP emphasized they found no evidence that the children are deceased. But their stepfather, Daniel, spoke to CTV News about the cadaver dog search. Take a listen to what he said.
Are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything.
So what do you make of the fact that they are bringing the cadaver dogs in?
Well, I'm actually pretty happy about that because it's been about 3 months I've been asking for them, and it's just been delayed I guess till now. But I know things take time and dogs are hard to get.
So what does this say to you? Because I mean, they are dogs searching for human remains.
Well, I know that it's going to be really hard work now that there's so much vegetation in the woods, but I'm pretty happy that they're going to be able to do it. I even hope that they bring more than one dog if they have access to more than one dog.
More than one dog.
So what are you happy about? What do you...
Daniel, they brought 2, and you said that they didn't know anything about the case. Imagine that. I hope they bring 2 dogs, or more than one dog. They bring more than one dog. Daniel says, "You don't have knowledge of the case." If they don't have knowledge of the case, Daniel, wouldn't that be concerning to you? That they're just out there doing nothing? Can you use Malaya's Pathfinder? I don't think he used a Pathfinder that night.
What do you hope this will bring?
I would just like to see maybe the social media speculation theories and accusations, maybe they're not going to stop, but slow down, because at this point they're getting ridiculous.
So are you thinking that the dogs will go in there and won't find anything?
I know for 100% they won't find anything. I mean, that's probably why they waited this long to do it. It's just to keep the public informed, I guess, that they're hard at work.
Do you think it will rule things out?
Yeah, I think we'll rule a lot of things out. Rule out that the RCMP are, working hard.
Daniel says that they basically did this. Hold on.
To keep the public informed, I guess.
That they're doing this just to inform the public. It is Peacemaker. Just to make us happy. He's such an idiot.
That they're hard at work.
Do you think it will rule things out?
Yeah, I think we'll rule a lot of things out. Rule out that the RCMP are, working hard, and there's no human remains on the property.
There's no human remains. That's detachment. That is definitely detachment. There's no human remains. Not that my girlfriend's children, or you could say my stepchildren, or Jack and Lilly. How would you know? I need to get that clip of Cardi B. How would you know? How would you know, bitch? How would you know? You know? Only he would know.
Is there any piece of you that's preparing for the fact, like, what if they?
Virginia Wolf, welcome to the Pearl family. I love that name. What? Baby kisses, how are you doing, girl? It's fine, ma'am. It's ma'am. Good to see you. Thank you, Virginia Wolf. Welcome to the Pearl family. Really do appreciate you. And did you take a picture of the moon? Did you take a picture of that moon? Is that the blood moon? Every time I take a picture of the moon, it looks like it'll be like huge outside, and I'll take a picture and it'll be like look like a speck of dust. Never turns out like I want it to. Yes. Daniel thinks he's one of the guys. Yeah, they took me on the highway and they did it to 140 kilometers. How about that? Thank you, Justin. I received 2 free ones. Now I bought one. Yes, you were right. I took that of the blood moon a long time ago. Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful. There's a guy here on YouTube. He does live pictures of the moon. And he'll do like pictures or like live streaming of like Jupiter and all that. And I thought about doing that before. Maybe I should live stream Jupiter, and I've got a nice telescope. That's how mine turns out too. Yeah. I've got a nice telescope. I wanted a telescope like 5 years ago, and I never get it out.
Do find something?
No, because I didn't do anything. I know Malaya didn't do anything. I know my mother didn't do anything. Those are 3 people on the property. I mean, after the polygraph exams, they should have known right there. We didn't kill any of the kids, or we didn't kill the kids.
Why does he say we didn't kill any of the kids? I mean, we didn't kill the kids. And he just says that like it's nothing. Just like nothing.
Why do you think that they're not possibly, like, why that they didn't possibly wander into the woods?
Well, with the amount of resources that were used, and I mean, for everything from drones to helicopters to classified technology and all the searchers on the ground. I mean, searchers on bicycles. They did everything. On the pipeline, they took in ATVs and Argos and side-by-sides. They used everything they could.
Hold on, I just saw this comment. DT has a theory that Brad stole the blanket and was involved. He went too far. That stuff he said. That's the stupidest thing, respectfully. I don't know how anybody. Clear up this motherfucker right here with his stuff before people start blaming Brad and Justin and everybody. I'm afraid, Sandy. I'm afraid, honestly, because I will. I feel so bad for the neighbors right now. I feel so bad for the neighbors right now. Darcy, welcome. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you very, very much. I've been here for a little bit. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate you. Welcome. Hold on. Shut up. You've got chickens, Darcy. I love a girl with chickens. You need to text me or email me. We'll talk chickens sometimes because I can talk chickens for days, honey. Let me tell you. Is that a Polish? That's a Polish, I think. That's not a. It's not a silky. That's a Polish, I think. Tell me if I'm right. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. I know my chickens. I can tell you just about every breed of chicken that there ever was. I know. He loves Daniel. No, remember you have Americanas? Nice. Neighbor. Remember, 2 neighbors heard it. 2 neighbors heard it. Joyous, thank you so much, honey. Do we know anything about the 2-hour interview with D and M? This is what I will say. I don't know a lot right now. But what I will do is I have some sources that I can go to, and I will get the tea. I will know most likely tomorrow. Yeah, Brad and Justin heard the vehicle. They're the neighbors. Remember, not one neighbor heard this, 2. Uno, dos. 2. Yeah, I've got some very, very good sources right now, and they've been providing me with a lot, actually. Like legit. Justin, do you believe Justin? I 1,000,000,000% believe Justin. I do. Because one neighbor went to the other neighbor and said, hey, actually this. The one neighbor went to the RCMP that day on May 2nd and spoke to the RCMP. Then one neighbor was telling the other neighbor, and he's like, I heard cars going up and down. And then the other neighbor said, well, yeah, because that's Daniel. I could see the lights or whatever. It was Daniel's car. And he told the RCMP, and the RCMP didn't come to him until several days later. So that's why his story's a little bit out there. These people have nothing to gain. Daniel and Janie were talking shit about these neighbors, both of them. On May 2nd, the neighbors weren't talking shit about any of them. They said, the neighbors said, Janie's a nice woman. I've helped her out a few times. I have no idea who Daniel is. I have no idea who Malaya is. I don't even know the kids. So for them to be being blamed right now when there is nothing, who the fuck is going to look through someone's trash like that and then carry it or drive it down the road, a freaking neighbor? You're dumb as hell if you think that. Dumb as hell. And clearly, they didn't get anything on camera, right? Because if they don't got Daniel, just craziness, just absolute insanity. But Joyous, trust me, I'll work on it tonight. I might email you something, Joyous. Miss Sweeney, thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you so much, Miss Sweeney. Appreciate you very, very much, my dear. Very kind of you. Good to see you. Hopefully you and yours are well. Thank you so much for your support, my dear. Stacy, hey girl, how you doing? Hi Justin, love you, Justice for Jack and Lilly. Thank you, Miss Stacy. It's so good to see you as well. Thank you so much, Stacy, for your support, your kind words, and being a member here. Very much. Well, yeah, good question. Good question. It's just amazing to me how Daniel said there was one little hole where someone looked like they reached their hand in there to get out the blanket or whatever. But you couldn't have put that blanket in the trash or got it out in that little hole like that. Couldn't have done it. Couldn't have done it. Daniel, you're going to make a couple people just look really bad because of your manipulation. And they're not using their brain, apparently. I don't know. I love you guys. I've been here 3 hours and 22 minutes. I need to stop and go to bed probably. But I have to make some videos because there is some stuff happening in little Melody's case right now. Brad is the neighbor, Darcy. Justin and Brad, two different neighbors. Good night, Leslie. Justin, have you had White Rock chickens? Yes, I have. I've had so many different chickens. Maybe I should do a chicken channel. Maybe I should do a chicken channel. Let's have a chicken channel. Maybe that's what I should do with my bigger channel. Start a chicken channel. I'm going to have a lot more on Remy Pearl soon. So make sure you're subbed up to Remy Pearl. We're going to be doing live streams. I'm getting live stream cameras up. And hopefully they'll follow Remy. It's supposed to follow her while she jumps and stuff. Called Mother Chicken. Mother Chicken. Mother Chicken. That's right. Nancy, me too. I want some. Want some what? Chickens? I like silkies. I mean, I don't care if my chickens lay eggs or not. I just like them, to be honest with you. I just like the chickens. You know, most people have chickens for eggs and stuff. I don't care about that. I just like my little chickens. They're fun. They're fun. I like the silkies. I want some showgirls. If anybody knows where showgirls are, eggs even, I'll incubate them. I want some showgirls. I have an incubator in my house right now. It's still in a box. I should have had some eggs. What are mean? Showgirls are just silkies, except they don't have any hair around their neck. Hi, Maurice. How are you, baby? Oh, you have budgie parakeets? That's sweet. I love budgies. Showgirls are really hard to find. I had showgirls years ago. Should have never got rid of them. You're scared of chickens? I'm terrified of turkeys. Petrified of turkeys. I'll be your showgirl, Justin. How you doing, Roxy? It's me. How you doing? It's funny. Justin and Janie's chicken show. How you doing? Yes. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm petrified of turkeys. Petrified. Gobblers, to be exact. I was almost killed by a gobbler. I don't know if it's on this side or this side. I can't remember because it's mirrored right now. But I have a scar on my face. It's an actual scar. I have a scar on my face from that turkey. Like I said, I grew up on a farm. And when I was about 4 or 5 years old, my grandfather's gobbler fucked me up. It flogged me, whatever. And I remember being on the ground and like its spurs hitting me like that. And it had its feathers out and all that. And it was like stomping me. And my grandfather, I guess he got the turkey off of me, grabbed it by its neck, and threw it over the hill. And it still lived, but he was Thanksgiving. I'm petrified of turkeys. They're fucking mean. My great grandmother had guinea fowl. Yeah. Guineas are very good. They'll keep snakes and stuff away. If you don't like snakes, they'll kill snakes as well. Poisonous, whatever. I got bit by a goose when I was little. Geese are mean. That's why I always say to my Canadian friends, the only thing that's mean in Canada is your geese. Those Canadian honkers. They come here and they are so mean. That's the only thing mean that comes from Canada. Y'all are very peaceful people. Your geese aren't. They're like, it's fucking cold. I just flew down here to Florida. I hit a jet stream. Yeah, cruise control. But I'm fucking tired. So I'm going to be mean right now. Oh, you're home. No place like home. You're at no place like home. A goat got me when I was 3 years old. I've had goats get me too, but I love goats. I love goats. I had a goat when I was a kid. He would they call it going in a rut. It's basically like when they're ready to have a female and they get very territorial. Yes, ma'am. We'll have some more on that tomorrow. I want to do goat yoga sometimes. I don't know, but maybe we can do monkey yoga. Pearl. Her leg up here. I had a bird fly in my house last summer. I actually called the National Guard and the police. God. That's funny. The wild turkeys come in my yard. Yep. Love you too, Leslie. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. Take good care of yourselves. Get some rest. I got to be up at 5:30 a.m. and I still need to make a video. I love you guys. You are amazing. Thank you, each and every single one of you. If you watch this, took time out of your day, thank you for your support here on this channel. And truly thank you for your support for Jack and Lilly and all these missing individuals, mainly children, that we cover. Truly do thank you. Sometimes I have to lighten up the mood a little bit because that's the way I have to deal with things. I appreciate you. God bless you. Hug the ones you love. You only get so many trips around the sun. We're not going to be here in 100 years. We're all going to be below the dirt then. And we're here. So let's make the best of it. Love you guys. Happy birthday, Jack. We're not going to stop. Justice for Jack and Lilly Sullivan from Pictou County, Nova Scotia. God bless. Good night.